Star of Sister Wives officially, Meri Brown is giving up her nice girl days in favor of a more sinister side. In order to quit being a doormat for Kody, she is enrolling in bitch lessons. Jen, the TLC star's best friend, is assisting her in taking charge of her life and confronting her ex. Fans adore the improvement, which Meri hinted to was the genuine change in her life. Despite the split, she is done allowing Kody to rule her life. TLC show merchandise through the church. The reality star has already dissolved her spiritual union with Kody. Meri has nevertheless had to cope with the controversy surrounding the Kody Pass property. But to assist her embrace the new baddie period, her best friend gave her some nasty advice. Is it accurate? What is she doing? There won't be another opportunity for Meri Brown to question Kody Brown on Sister Wives. She frequently makes fun of him in front of her group of girls. Fans were taken aback when the reality TV personality subtly disparaged him during a confessional. According to Meri, a man ought to be able to comb his hair. She alluded to someone with long curly hair while subtly mocking Kody. The TLC star also threw a paint party for her group of friends. Meri chose to sketch an eggplant with her buddies. By sketching an eggplant and a humorous picture of Kody with his curly hair, they mocked him. The manner the TLC star questioned him was adored by fans. Some even proposed that Meri sell personalized t-shirts featuring the same images. In order to start over in Utah, Meri Brown packed up her life in Flagstaff. She desired to put Kody behind her and concentrate on her future. However, the TLC personality is unable to escape the controversy surrounding the Kody Pass property. Meri made the decision to allow Kody 6 weeks to make amends. She wants her money returned so she can live a life free of drama. As a result, the TLC actress received some brutal advice from her best friend Jen. "How much longer until you just realize that he's an ass?" she asked recently. Jen wanted Meri to understand that her generosity is helping her ex rather than herself. She also thinks her pals should stop being a good girl. She didn't want to be a bitch, Meri clarified. Her best friend, though, believes she ought to accompany her on the darker side. At last, the Sister Wives star consented to learn a bitch lesson and confront Kody. "Repeat after me. You do not control me," Jen added. "Get yours together," Meri said in response, her smile diminished. "Comb your ****ing hair, Kody," she said, according to US Weekly. When her friend eventually entered her baddie phase, Jen was proud of her. She was taken aback when Meri practiced asking Kody to return her money. She also said that seeing her best friend in that state made her anxious. Supporters were thrilled to see Jen assisting Meri. Additionally, they couldn't wait to see her new self in the upcoming episodes. What's on your mind? Tell us below. Meri Brown, the devoted first wife who kept her head held high despite her world collapsing, was the silent fighter of TLC's Sister Wives for more than 10 years. Fans are referring to the new Meri that 2025 has brought about as the era of no mercy. Meri has officially switched in her nice girl persona for something bolder, sharper, and completely unapologetic after years of being ignored, disregarded, and occasionally humiliated by her ex-husband Kody Brown. She's not working alone either. Like a humorous personal empowerment coach, her closest friend and fan-favorite sidekick, Jen Sullivan, is by her side, giving her vicious one-liners and suggestions on how to increase her confidence. They've transformed into a formidable team that is redefining Meri's post-Sister Wives era, and their most recent antics have viewers asking, "Kody who?" From sadness to recovery, with a splash of sass, viewers silently saw Meri's struggles for years. Their connection became into an unbridgeable canyon as Kody moved away from her, both physically and emotionally. She had suffered rejection, betrayal, and tears in front of millions of people by the time their marriage was formally over. Meri, however, made the completely different decision to reinvent herself rather than sink into heartbreak. One Reddit user said, "This is the most self-assured and carefree Meri we've ever seen. She's laughing, radiant, and at last expressing who she really is." What about Jen? She is TV's greatest hype woman. The change has been greatly aided by Jen, who co-hosts Meri's Fridays with Friends live webcast. What began as a lighthearted weekly conversation has evolved into a powerful sisterhood gathering where the two friends combine honesty, humor, and the occasional lighthearted jab, frequently directed at Kody, but never naming names. Nevertheless, their audience is well aware of who they are referring to. The era of the nice girl is over. Meri's audacious declaration. One fan asked Meri and Jen how she stays so calm after everything she's been through during a recent Fridays with Friends program when they were fielding fan questions. Meri's statement left everyone speechless. She smiled wryly and remarked, "I was the nice girl for too long." The person who didn't want to annoy anyone kept the peace and remained silent. But you know what? The kind girl received no respect. I am currently in a phase of self-worth, which entails speaking up. To the end of the nice girl era and the rise of the savage queen. Jen, who was standing next to her, cheered as she raised her cup. As supporters showered the chat with heart emojis and remarks like, "We stand confident Meri," and "Kody's probably shaking," the two clinked cups. As the popular video spread on social media, it sparked a barrage of compliments. With the tagline, "When you realize she's thriving without you," TikTok users spliced together videos of Kody's previous sister wives rants. Jen's wild advice for the new Meri. In subsequent episodes, Jen has hilariously elevated her position as Meri's unofficial life coach. Fans adore how she adds humor to Meri's recovery, providing what she refers to as her savage tips for ex-drama recovery. Every time Jen delivers one of her zingers, Meri breaks out in laughter, which has become her signature sound and one her followers claim they haven't heard much of in years. Meri's comeback energy is praised by fans. Meri isn't simply being hyped up by Jen. Her metamorphosis has become something of a movement thanks to viewers on social media. Her most recent Instagram postings get a ton of love in the comment section. Meri wrote, "If peace had a face," as the caption for her most recent selfie, a stunning image of herself wearing a leather jacket with her hair styled to perfection. The post was sent just days after Kody was seen filming new scenes for Sister Wives, which led fans to believe that Meri was subtly conveying a message. The bond that preserved her throughout some difficult years, Meri's friendship with Jen, has been a ray of hope, as anybody who has followed her path knows. Long before Sister Wives became well known, the two became closer after Meri and Kody parted ways. Meri once said, "Jen reminded me who I was, not who I was made to feel like, during her darkest hours. And now she's unstoppable. She's like Meri 2.0, but with better Wi-Fi and way better boundaries," added Jen, who is always the joker. There is no denying their chemistry. Together, they have created a space where women can celebrate their freedom, chat about progress, and laugh about heartbreak. It's like therapy meets comedy hour, one post at a time. A quiet clapback to her. Meri has perfected the art of the subtle clapback, but she's not one to initiate feuds on social media. Meri shared a quotation card the following day after Kody made headlines for implying that his ex-wives abandoned the family. "Sometimes walking away isn't abandonment, it's self-respect." The admirers immediately made the connection. "Because of the wonderfully strange timing," one fan said, "this woman is a queen of shade. She could instruct a class on poetry that is passive-aggressive." Jen's response, "And the syllabus starts with self-worth 101. Fan the flames." With thousands of likes, the post emerged as yet another representation of Meri's story of empowerment. According to Kody, he was not amused. An insider close to the Brown family claims that Kody isn't overly happy about Meri's newfound self-assurance, particularly the widespread notice that her and Jen's clever banter has received. The source asserted he believes they are making fun of him. He feels disrespected, as if they are making fun of him by making the show into a joke. However, it has been stated that Meri is no longer having sleepless nights over his views. The insider added she worried about his feelings for years. She is now concentrating on her happiness, so it is not her problem if her joy appears to be shitty to him. Meri does appear to be totally content with her new chapter, which is uncommon for someone who spent decades holding on to a dashed hope. Her business success. Meri has undergone an entrepreneurial metamorphosis in addition to an emotional one. Lizzie's Heritage Inn, her bed and breakfast, has become a success story, drawing customers and admirers who travel just to see her. "If Kody ever wants to book a room, I'll make sure the Wi-Fi mysteriously goes out," Jen joked in one of her most recent incarnations. Meri laughed so hard she almost spat out her drink. She joked, "No refunds either." The B&B has evolved into more than just a company. It now represents Meri's independence. She was formerly regarded as Kody's wife, but today she is a public speaker, businesswoman, and resilience role model. Jen's impact. The ideal companion for all women in a way. Jen has turned into her own fan celebrity. Fans have referred to her as Meri's guardian angel with a sarcastic halo because of her sharp wit and straightforward counsel. Jen is what happens when your closest buddy finally says, Okay, now we're going to fix this, with humor and a little revenge. After silently witnessing your suffering for years, according to a fan's tweet. Jen frequently claims that her goal is to assist Meri recover joy and strength rather than to infuriate her. In one live, Jen stated, "Healing doesn't mean becoming hard. It entails learning to laugh at those who are unable to see that you are already enough. Eliminate the need to tread carefully." Meri has talked candidly about feeling like she was constantly walking on eggshells throughout her marriage. She was afraid of criticism or rejection, thus, she was reluctant to express her opinions. Now, though, that fear has vanished. When a fan said, "You seem so free now," during a Fridays with Friends stream, Meri responded, "That's because I finally stopped asking permission to be myself." Heart emojis, applauding gifs, and other affirmations were sent in as the crowd went crazy in the chat. And once she started speaking her mind, she realized how powerful her voice really is. Jen continued, grinning. "She won't stop talking now, but I'm out whining." Flagstaff's feminine revolution, the other Brown ladies have also been motivated by Meri's metamorphosis. Recently, Christine, who is now happily married to David Woolley, liked one of Meri's inspirational sayings, indicating that despite their difficult history, they value each other's independence. Even Janelle, who is known for her calm wisdom, left a comment on Meri's post that read, "Friend, I'm proud of your strength." Supporters dubbed it the unity moment we've been waiting for. The former sister wives coming together by self-love rather than Kody. Meri's insight for women worldwide for years, "I was told to be softer, quieter, less opinionated," Meri wrote in one of her most impactful articles to date. "However, my softness was never the issue. Rather, it was other people's unease with my strength." It resonated. Women spread the remark widely as a call to action for self-respect and self-reinvention, and it went viral. Naturally, Jen couldn't help but add a cheeky follow-up. "So the lesson here is to be both gentle and brutal." What Meri and Jen's future holds according to rumors.